We're going to do a simple sequence here today, focus completely on getting untwisted and getting stuck from the twist that we've got. We're trying to look at it in a deeper way, that we want to think about the complexity of where we're breathing and where we're not, those constrictions that are really deeply lodged in the body. Those are the constrictions that really run deep. That's how we're stuck. Okay, how much practice have you had breathing? Let's just do a simple assessment, and we want to think about it as breathing. And just tune into your breathing. You're standing, and we're thinking in general, we're like keeping the belt buckle sort of facing forward. Because some people, when you say twist, well, the torso isn't twisting, but it all happens in their hips. And we can twist that way. Okay? Just even try that right now. Your bow tie and your belt buckle both twist in the same way. You can shine the light shining out of the front of the chest over to one side, and you can shine the light shining out of the front of the chest over to the other side. That's being a stiff person who is adapted and their hips are helping get them around. If belt buckle stays facing forward and you shine that beam of light that's shining out of the front of the chest and you shine it a little bit over to one side, just sort of push against. Your system might in general be in a strategy of really forcing how you're using your body, but could you just turn gently and sort of push against that? Just a subtle limit. Belt buckle facing forward, bow tie shines over to the side, head's along for the ride. The nose is sort of pointing where the belt buckle, your nose is pointing where your bow tie is facing. And we can sort of go that way and say, okay, does the brain understand, well, what line's holding you back? Where is it taut? What are you bouncing against? And as we go the other way, it's like, okay, is belt buckle stays facing forward, twisting? Is there a binding? Is there a place that just says, no way, we're not going to be able to twist that way? Does your system like to twist more to one side or the other? Get to know what you've got. Okay, so as we go over to one side, maybe take a breath in. And notice what place opens as you twist. As the breath in, as we twist over to this side, the breath goes into this front line of the front, but also this line of the back, the shoulder that's coming forward, well, the back line opens with the breathing right there, okay? So the openness of the breath becomes the spiral that helps you twist. And while you're here, you could squeeze some air out. Well, as you squeeze some air out, what place is closed to help you twist? There's a line diagonal, there's a line up the back, there's a line across the front, helping you twist. So let's try that one more time. The breath comes in, halfway, twisting gently, and squeeze some air out and twist a little bit further. Does the movement of breathing help you twist? And let's go gently the other way. Softly, push against it, and say, okay, if I breathe that diagonal open, this line here, and if I breathe the diagonal coming up the opposite side of the back, okay, that's the breath in, and if I squeeze some air out, well, what do I close down as I squeeze the air out to twist a little bit more? This line across the front and the diagonal across the back, that all just closes up. Where are you stuck where the system doesn't see it as easy to move with your breathing? I invite you as you practice this sequence with me today to completely think about it as breathing. Do those places move with the breathing? Can you show your brain a vivid lesson on how to use those spaces, that those spaces change and they close and they open. They close and they open. We're really looking with all the focus of our awareness. Where does it not move? Okay, so here we go. We're going to do some movements to help with the twist. Now, we're going to reassess when we're done. You can use a pillow if you need to. Let's do the side bend. I have videos for each one of these movements, and you can look that up and you can learn how to do the side bend. But today, we're just going to do the side bend really carefully. Go at your own pace. And I hope you know the side bend. It's really a great movement because the sides, the contraction of the side is interlocked with rotation. If your side is free, and here I'm thinking, I'm not so much emphasis on lifting. I'm saying, can I find the contraction here? Can I light up? Can I create enough feedback of tension that my brain knows that place is on? My hand's lifting the heavy head. It's not about where your head is going. And just lower down easy at your pace. Breathing cycles. Maybe a pause and the breath in, a little bit of opening. Is the side bend breathing? Is it breathing? Could you breathe those places open? Just a few side bends, a gentle breath in. On the exhale, well, does the waist squeeze some air out? Do the ribs squeeze some air out? Closing on up, closing that bellows of the side. We're just going to open easy out of that. And you could use both hands to hold the head. That works out good for the side bend as well. Or you could just leave your head on the pillow. Okay, just gentle, gentle, gentle. Breathing it at your own pace. Yep. We're closing on up. You could tighten the back a little bit more and have that line of the back side open. Could close the front a little bit, curling up a little bit into the side bend. Does the front of the side know how to open? Easy, easy, easy. Okay? And while we're here, we're going to do the teacup. The teacup. Imagine you've got a teacup balancing on your nose and a gentle breath in, and knees stay together here, okay? Knees are staying together. Okay, the gentle breath in, the teacup, the hands help push the teacup up to the sky, letting that forward elbow come down to the floor, and just drop that teacup off upside down right in front of you, and just open out of that. And shoulder rolls, upper shoulder rolls back, slow, slow, slow. Are you in charge of it? Does your brain understand what places it needs to relax to let that open? The gentle breath in and just closing on up. It's twisting. I'm pushing that upper armpit down toward the floor, twisting the front of the body, and we're opening out easy out of that. Just slow. This front diagonal, here we are. That's twisting. Does the breath come in? Squeeze some air out. Can you close a place to help you twist a little bit more? You don't even need that lower hand, maybe. The gentle breath in and closing on up, just sort of curl. And you could lift both feet, sort of like the side bend. It's like a twisting side bend. The teacup. Just lower down easy, easy, easy. What in the line that's opening, what are the places in that line that don't know how to open? Look at it more carefully, more deeply. And this last one with the teacup, we're just going to close up, and we're going to lower down in steps. The gentle breath in, just close the line that you need to. Maybe close the line that was not knowing how to open. That's it. How much is it the side bend? How much is it twisting forward? And here we're just lowering down little steps. And can you just soften out of it? Each holding, each time you're frozen, then you just melt out of it a little bit. Less and less effort. Less and less effort. Less and less effort. Just relaxing out of it. Can you just relax out of that? Okay. Let's try the side bend and the teacup on the second side. Here we go. Side bend. Sometimes I'll interlock my hands behind my head. Sometimes that lower hand helps lift the head. Or here I'm just having my lower arm is just right out in front of me. We're going to just do the side bend. Maybe gentle breath in. Does that side know how to open? And closing. Well, how do these upper ribs push down into the body? How do the middle ribs push down? How do the lower ribs push down into the body? Could close the waist to just pull that side belt loop up toward that armpit. It's not a big lift. It's not a big lift. It's a contraction. Think about it as a closing. Just go at your own pace, easy. I know this is too fast for some people, but it's too slow for other people. Just go at your own pace. As you take that breath in, that's your assessment. What place doesn't know how to open? Is it more in the back or the sides or the front? On the exhale, for me, it's the back a little bit, so I'm going to arch my back a little bit and close into this, ribs down into the center of the body. Okay. Maybe gentle. Really pay attention as you're breathing in each step. Does that line know how to open? Easy. Okay. You can use a pillow if you need to. Just one more time, we're closing on up. Closing. As the waist squeezing the air out. Just get all the air out of that one side. Make it all an exhale. Okay? And then lowering down easy out of that. Easy out of that. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Just letting it go, letting it relax. If it's tired, let it down a little quicker. If it needs a deeper lesson, if it's not knowing how to relax, lower down a little slower. Okay, the teacup, side 2. Knees stay together. I'm letting that upper shoulder roll back. Just as far as it can, that's as far as it goes. Just really take a note of that, that's how far it goes right now. I'm turning my head so nose points up to the sky. A gentle breath in. On the exhale, just hands help lift the head to push the teacup up a little bit. I'm rolling forward onto that lower elbow, and I'm just closing up the side and twisting forward. Okay, well, gravity is a beautiful therapist. It knows how to push on you just the right amount. Okay. Opening gently. You could back up into it a little bit to find that place. Where can you push your body down into the floor to find that perfect place that needs to close? And can the brain see the place open? Where does it not see how it opens? Okay, just easy rolling back. Gentle breath in. Okay, you decide right now. Do you need the lesson down low, middle, or high? Okay? The gentle breath in. On the exhale, if you need to find it up high, just push that armpit directly forward into the teacup. If you need to find it down low, well, okay, it's a little more side bend, and then have the twist. Okay? So whatever's right for you, the gentle breath in, and closing on up, and twist and close and twist forward. It's like you're trying to it's almost like you're trying to lift the knees up off the floor, and the elbow and armpit are pushing down toward the floor. And we're just going to open out of that easily. Easily, easily. Okay, where is it stuck? Maybe breathe into that line. How does it not know how to open? The gentle breath in. On the exhale, closing on up. Close the ribs. The hand just lifts the head. It's like super easy on the neck. Hand lifts the head, or both hands lift the head. Rolling back, slow, 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 slow. Relax out of it. Okay. There we have that. So we did the side bend and the teacup. Let's do one more for the front. We're going all out for twisting today. Cross one leg over the other. And think about where that groin, that inner thigh, we're thinking about the opposite shoulder of that inner thigh that's lifted up. So here we're going to do sunrise, sunset. Here we can do that. We can pull those knees on up, just gently, and the weight of both legs just beautifully gives you something to relax the torso and your twist open with. So here, gentle breath in, and on the exhale, as you pull, as you roll the pelvis back onto the floor and the knees come up, we're just going to gently pull that armpit toward the groin. Not a big lift. It's not a sit-up. It's just a closing with the opportunity to learn the opening. Gentle, 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 gentle. The breath in. On the exhale, we're going to open in one long, slow breath. Just squeeze the air out. Slow breathing in, slow. Okay. Come back to the center. We just did a little bit of that. And we can let the knees go over to that side. Both knees go over. And then just let the knees go over to the other side. How is it? How is it different? crossing the other leg over. And just begin to let that knee go out to the side. Oh boy, I feel a little stiff this way. We're going to give some extra attention. If you find where you're stiff, give that some extra attention. The closing on up, the opening. Is this a line that doesn't know how to open? The gentle breath in. We're not stretching. We're just showing the brain that it can actually let it go. You can let it go. Forcing the muscles and stretching, that's a disaster. I have a friend who does a lot of yoga, and she has a she's very flexible in a way. She has a lot of range, but her tension system is very confused. It doesn't know what to do, okay? It doesn't know how to relax. It keeps trying to grab onto her, and she overrides it and confuses it with stretching. The gentle breath in, we're closing on up. Really think, okay, really focus it. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Where is it? Is everything closing? Is it clear to your brain that it's closed? And here we're going to have that beautiful opening. Slow. Breathing. It's breathing space. Opening, 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 opening. Relaxing it open, letting it go. Maybe last one. I got to do one more. I'm sorry. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I like doing it. I like to be free. My wife and I were in Costa Rica. We leave tomorrow, and we have some walking to do today. And walking is rotation. If people think about it as foot and leg, it's not that. It's the problem with our gait. The problem in walking is almost always a rotational error, and that could be created by lots of little tensions. But it's stuck in the torso. That's the root holdings are in the torso. Okay, so there we go. We did that side, and let the knees go over there, and let the knees go over there and say, okay, is it twisting? You could have that beautiful oscillatory movement here. That's sort of like walking in a way. All right. Let's go one step further. Let's think about the back. Right here, this position is difficult for some people, and I invite you could have your arm just like that straight. I think that's good, and I'm working on a video where it's just you have your arm even on a kitchen counter or on the table or on the armrest of a chair. But we're just going to do this movement. I call it the angel wing, and I'm just letting that upper elbow lower down, and we're just saying, okay, how far does it go? And I'm coming back on up. I'm lifting the back of my shoulder, and my ribs are twisting, and in a way, as I arch my back, I can find that upper shoulder maybe pulls down toward low back, maybe pulls down toward opposite back pocket. And then, okay, it's definitely opening as that shoulder comes forward. It's definitely opening. And I like doing it on my elbow. Okay? I think palm down with the elbow is helpful, and have that shoulder back far enough that it's really very easy. My shoulder's relaxed. It's not a lot of shoulder effort, okay? And there's movements we can do to help the shoulder, but we're just doing the angel wing. It's like you're a giant angel, and you're out in space, and you're just fanning this very troubled planet that we live on. You're just giving it some love, and you're going slowly, slowly, slowly. That's the breath into that long line, and squeezing the air out of that long line. Pull it just the right direction for you. And lower down, easy, easy. Now we can make it more intense. Let that lower shoulder goes back as upper shoulder just drops right down toward the floor. As you come on up, lower shoulder drives forward as upper shoulder goes back. And here we're twisting, the light shining out of the front of your chest shines down toward the floor as that lower shoulder goes back. Arching the back, coming on up into it. Maybe you can get higher up into the back, squeezing the air out of the back, squeeze the air out of that line. And we're going to open easy breath cycles or one long breath.
At your pace, slowly, gently, elbow just drops forward in a beautiful twist. Go slowly now. Shoulder drives forward, knees push down toward the floor. Upper shoulder goes back, arch the back, find that beautiful twist. We're just going to lower down easily out of that, slow. Slow, is it breathing? Breathing. Breathe into the place that doesn't know how to open. Exactly into that spot, try to breathe in right there. Okay. The angel wing. Let's do that on side 2. All right. Find that easy place for your shoulder to be, and we're just explore. This could be, elbow could be closer to that lower hip, elbow could be further back or forward. Find it. Can you just rest there? It's just like you're resting like this. It's like your head could be on your shoulder even. Okay. I have a barking dog in my video. That's okay. Today, that's okay. And we're just saying, all right, well, how much do I twist now? What place says stop? Okay. We're coming on up, arching the back, and find some place to close. My hand is holding the back of my head, and that can be, I can push my head back into my hand. All right. Just go gently and slowly, 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 slowly. Lower shoulder goes back as upper shoulder goes forward and down. Twisting the body. Really think about it as twist. Which way does the light from the front of your chest, which way does it shine? How high up to the sky can you shine it with the right amount of wonderful arch in the back? That's it. And then lowering down easily, easily. Think about back of upper shoulder, the ribs under the back of shoulder, coming away from lower back pocket. Okay, just dropping into that. Okay, rolling forward. Lower shoulder drives forward as upper shoulder goes back. It's twisting, it's twisting. Go slowly, slowly. Breath cycles, breathing. Where does the exhale help you twist? Where does the inhale help you twist? That's it, just easy. Now we can go back and forth in that nice twist. Lying down and resting. Okay, well now maybe interlock the fingers behind your head, and now let the knees go from one side to the other. What do you have now? What do you have now? Okay. All right. Let's reassess. I hope you got through that okay. Those are some more advanced movements, but wherever you are, we're thinking about twisting. Belt buckle stays facing forward. Your bow tie and the light shining out of the front of the chest start to turn to the side. Just sort of notice how that is. Okay. Look at this line set open. Let that shoulder come forward adequately. The ribs deliver the shoulder forward. The ribs deliver the shoulder back. And just see where you are. And then go gently all the way to the other side. See where you are. Belt buckle stays forward. Twisting. Okay. And go back and forth between the two. Just gently pushing into that. Gently pushing into that. Maybe a breath in to twist and squeeze the air out to twist. The breath in, squeeze the air out. Breath in helps you twist. Exhale helps you twist. Okay, there you go. And a little side bending. Keep your twist working. The twist in humans is the culmination of everything being free. The twist is the harmony of the whole system working well together. Well, let's just practice that beautiful harmony with these twisting movements. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. I'm Eric Cooper. Blessings on your journey.